Kate.
Yes?
Breakfast.
Oh. Why?
Why not? Croissant. Haven't had them for months.
Me neither.
You fancy a day off today?
To do what?
Oh, I don't know, picnic maybe?
Just you and me?
Yeah. Unless, of course, you want,
No. You and me'd be great.
Right, so when it's really hot, they must be watered at least twice a day, OK?
You get paid for doing this? It's a doddle.
You're not complaining, are you, Archie? Because if you are, I can always find you something else to do.
Yeah, I'll be busy doing Pollard's car.
Oh, right. You see, you're only doing the essential work here. It gets really hard in the winter.
Well, if you and Elsa want to stay out in Greece, do so. We'll easily manage you.
Oh, you're all heart. No, in 2 weeks' time, I'll be back, all suntanned and relaxed.
Sunburned and food poisoning, you mean? Fine, well, you won't get me going to Greece.
Nobody's trying to, actually. Anyway, I must go. It's my flight.
Nick, you ready for the off?
Yeah, more or less, Kath.
Tony hasn't rung since I left this morning, has he?
No, I left half an hour ago and he'd not phoned then.
It's not like him just to vanish like this.
Oh, maybe he got frightened you were trying to lead him astray.
Don't be silly.
Yeah, that'll be a perfectly good explanation. He's a vicar, isn't he?
Curate.
Yeah, same thing. People like that just don't disappear, do they?
Just had a call from Arthur.
What do you want me to do with all that food I started to prepare? It's a bit much for the two of you.
You decide. It might please you to know that whatever you thought about last night, Arthur really enjoyed himself.
Oh. He'll be signing the contract with you then, will he?
Oh, no. Can't buy him for the price of a meal, unfortunately. He wants you to ring him. Number's on my desk.
Just cleaning plugs. Got to service the car regularly, you know.
Yes, well, I can do without the lecture, thank you, Archibald. Is it ready yet?
Will be when I put these in.
Ah, well, about time too, eh?
Yeah. Then I can make a start on yours.
You're not working on somebody else's car, are you?
Yeah, Dolly's. She's a mate.
Listen, I'm paying you good money, for which I'm seeing scant progress.
I've been busy.
But not on my car.
I had to give Bill a proper burial. You were a mate.
Bill was a mate, Dolly's a mate. If you don't get stuck in defending my car, I shall have a word with a mate of mine. Works for the Social Security.
Where the devil have you been?
Walking here, Mr. Turner. Some prat nicked me bike.
Seth, it's been 10 years now, no more than that. You can't expect me to fall for that one.
It's true.
Well, then that's worse. I pay you to look after a shoot worth tens of thousands of pounds and you can't even look after your bike. Now, I'm warning you, Seth. Michael Feldman's working at the fish farm now and he's young, keen and a good worker. All the things you're not. You'd better buck your ideas up a bit.
Oh, that's terrific, Archie. How much do I owe you?
I'll sort something out later, eh?
Dolly, telephone.
Oh, who is it?
Arthur Brady wants to talk to you. You told me you'd ring.
Oh, sorry. I've got to nip into Houghton. Got to get to the butcher.
What the hell are you two talking? What are you doing here anyway?
Well, you're standing gardener, remember?
And what are you, Mr. Pollard? Little weed?
Would that be the Arthur Bright from Skipdale?
Is that any of your business?
Well, no wonder Dolly ran off when she heard his name being mentioned. Bit of a ladies' man is old Arthur. They say he has wheels on his Zimmer frame to help speed up the chase.
Did Mark tell you where he was going?
No, just out.
Is he always away from the farm this much?
Yeah, never see him.
He doesn't seem to want to talk to me.
Probably doesn't know what to say to you just yet.
I am his mother.
Well, maybe it's him you ought to be telling that to.
I don't know what to say to him either.
Well, wait till you both know. Ready?
Oh, I think that'll do me for now, Chris.
OK, I've got to get back to work anyway. Dad says you scored quite a hit with Arthur. Well done. The happier he is, the better our chances are of getting this deal in the bag. You never know. If you play your cards right, we could always use friends in high places.
Something the matter?
Well, it might be a joke to Christopher, but this business of Arthur Bright's getting beyond a joke to me.
I don't believe this, Dolly. You're playing it up out of all proportion.
Well, if it could have been all over and done with last night, then I'd be happy to just think no more about it, but making me ring him up.
Where's the harm in that? He had a wonderful evening, and he probably just wants to say thank you.
But I don't want his thanks. I don't want to even hear his name again.
Dolly, at the risk of you throwing a tantrum, I'd just like to say that although Chris was teasing, he's right. Arthur Bright is important to us, and to the company. The deal is by no means certain. And if keeping him sweet involves a little hard work on our part, then it's worth it. This could mean the difference between success and failure to the firm. Surely calling him back isn't that much of a chore.
Now you know what everything is, don't you, Kath?
Nick, I did live here for a couple of years, remember?
That's the last one. We've got to pick my girlfriend up. She's saying goodbye to her mum. Now look, I don't want any nasty surprises when I get back. Like you and Tate getting back together.
We had dinners together with 4 other people. It was business.
It's always business with them, though, isn't it, Kath?
Go on, get off on holiday. I'll see you in a fortnight.
See you.
Have a really good time.
We'll try. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, was it?
Very nice, thank you.
And?
And nothing.
Oh, you disappoint me.
Disappoint Christopher as well.
So where does Tony Charlton stand in all this?
I don't know. I don't even know where he is.
Well, didn't Tony give you any clue at all what he was up to?
Lynn, we're getting on really well. He's a nice guy. Too nice, if anything.
Nice? Too nice? And you let him disappear? Maybe Chris Tate had him bumped off. Couldn't stand the competition.
That is not funny, Lynn.
Captain Merrick?
Oh, yeah, that's me. Oh, thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks now, bye.
Who are they from?
If ever you need me, at least you know where I am. Love, Christopher.
It's Dolly Skilbeck, Mr. Bright. Oh, all right, Arthur. Oh, that's very nice of you. Tonight? Oh, I'm very busy. I'm ever so sorry. Oh. Well, maybe I could. All right, I'll see you tonight then. Bye.
Well?
He's asked me out.
You didn't turn him down.
Well, both you and Mrs. Tate have made it quite clear that entertaining clients is part of my duties now. I presume it'll count as an evening's work.
If you insist. I am sorry if you find being wined and dined by a millionaire repulsive. I'm even more sorry, however, that the future of Tate and Son may well rest with the success of this evening.
If you could do just the odd extra hour.
When?
Tonight, or tomorrow, or perhaps the rest of the week.
Alan, I do have a full-time job as well, you know.
Well, Kathy, I wouldn't ask, but this dreadful rash and these pains and the diet.
OK, I'd be glad to help out. I can always use the extra money.
Oh. I hope you're not going to hold me to ransom. And with the restaurant shut, these extra wages will cripple me.
I thought the allergy was already doing that. Your health's more important than money. That's what Bill used to say.
Yeah, well, that was because he had a fortune in the bank, and I haven't. And I certainly won't have at this rate.
Don't worry, we'll sort something out.
Well, thank you, Kathy. At least one knows who one's friends are at times like this.
Honestly, you're a pushover.
Yep, 75 quid.
Well, let's say 60, shall we? Taking into account all the cabs I've had to use whilst you were planting old Whiteley.
You're joking.
Oh, you can give me a receipt then. I can show it to the tax man.
Either of you two jokers know anything about this?
No, never seen it before. Nothing to do with me.
It's sus, isn't it?
What, with old cars and old bikes, you're turning my home into a junkyard and I'm not having it. Do you understand?
No, that's not fair. You said I could work on cars while I'm doing garden while Nick's away.
Yes, that's true. But I've yet to see you at work in my gardens.
I've been doing it. Have you seen any dead plants?
Not that I've noticed.
They are they?
Look, Archie, I'm not going to argue with you, but let's get one thing straight, shall we? You may work on your cars while you're here, but no scrap metal, OK?
He knows something about this.
Make up your mind, laddie. First of all, you say it's Seth's, now you say it's mine. And watch your silver while he's up here, old boy.
I just came to say thank you for the flowers. They were lovely, but you shouldn't have bothered Chris.
No, shouldn't I?
I was the one who was wined and dined. It should be me thanking you.
Fine by me.
Well, thank you.
Would you like to do it again sometime? Just the two of us?
I don't think so.
Ah. Tony Charlton. I thought he'd disappeared.
How did you know?
I make it my business to.
Well, it's none of your business, Chris.
No, you're right. But I can't help being interested in you and your happiness. You may not love me anymore, Kathy, but I still love you and still care. If someone's mucking you about, he'll have me to reckon with.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. I'm fine, and so is Tony.
Oh, so you've heard from him then?
Yes.
That's all right then. So long as everything's fine.
Got an alarm clock on you?
What?
Last time I had a picnic in the car in the rain, Mark's alarm clock went off just as I kissed you.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Nothing. Nothing in particular.
You remember when you thought being here was the answer to all your problems?
Seems like a lifetime ago.
Not that long. You came to the country looking for a different way of life for you and the kids.
Certainly found it.
Yeah, it was the right move. Shouldn't let one little thing spoil it.
One little thing?
Mm. One moment of carelessness, that's all it was, love. Nothing else. Shouldn't spoil your life.
You really think it's as simple as that, don't you? You do, don't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the accident...
You know, some people block out traumatic experiences like my accident. It's as though they've never happened. You're doing the exact opposite. You're forgetting everything that happened before the accident and everything that's happened since.
What do you mean?
You're trying to blame all our problems on the accident. The accident is the least of our problems.
Thought we'd start off with a drink, if that's all right with you, love.
Whatever you like.
That's what I like to hear. Woolpack, Kevin, in Beckendale.
It's difficult. I was here all dinner time. Michael's doing what he can, but Seth's playing up.
Well, you're in charge. I expect you to crack the whip a bit. We've all got to pull our fingers out. Now, if we don't, I don't know how much longer we can go on as we are. Unless we can make that fish and game farm viable...
But it's all I've got, and the cottage...
Well, I'm glad you appreciate the gravity of the situation.
How are the pears and spuds then, Anna?
Going a lot better than that clapped-out old car of yours, Eric.
Oh, it's all fixed, old boy. Going like a dream.
What do you want to drink, love?
Oh, a glass of white wine will be fine.
Make it two. Times are hard for the Tates, aren't they? Sending their women out to work.
Well, we like our independence, don't we, Dolly?
You tell young Christopher from me not to listen to this independence rubbish. He wants to get you wed, smartish, before somebody else does. Oh, if I were 10 years younger. Well, maybe 20.
Had it just appeared at your farm?
Yeah, just like Pollard did. Can't see him walking up front village, can you?
I'd nick that and hide it if I knew how.
Yeah. Tell you what, I've got a better idea. Hold us back.
What are you messing about it now?
You'll see. Or I'll be with you.
Oh. Fancy a bit?
Why not? I'm not driving. Citizens of Beckendale are perfectly safe.
Rachel rang. She's going into Hotton with Michael. Don't know where Mark is.
You don't have to report to me all the time. I mean, you've kept them on the straight and narrow over the past year, all right?
Kate, we've got to talk.
We are talking.
Call this talking? All you seem to be doing is trying to score points off me. As if I'm to blame for all this mess.
We all know who is to blame, Joe. You're just desperately pussyfooting around all the time. Why don't you come out and say it? Have a go at me, eh? Tell me what it really is you're thinking.
I'm thinking what happened to the girl I fell in love with. You look like her. You don't sound like her.
That's the life, Seth. Been chauffeured, driven everywhere.
My bike does me just fine.
I see Turner's not enforcing his no dogs rule. Let that hounded.
I'm glad you're a better mechanic than you are a comedian, Archibald.
I don't know what to do with these.
Just put a few on a number. If it comes up, you're laughing.
Yes, but I've never done it before. I might lose them all.
Oh, plenty more where they came from, love. Evening, Amanda.
Friend of yours?
Oh, friend of anybody with plenty of money. Bit young for me, though. I prefer a woman who's been round the block a couple of times. Let me show you how to do it, love. Evening, Michael.
So?
I went to thank him.
And? It's like getting blood out of a stone, getting anything from you.
He was very nice. He asked me out.
And?
I said no.
Playing hard to get.
Lynn, Chris and I are finished. It's over. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Besides, there's Tony.
Who's disappeared?
I wish people had stopped saying that. He's just gone away for a few days.
Without telling you.
I don't own him, Lynn. I don't have to tell him what I'm doing, and he doesn't have to tell me.
So you could have gone out with Christopher if you wanted to.
I don't want to.
All right. Sorry I spoke. You really are in a tiz about Tony, aren't you?
I am quite worried about him, yes.
Let's get a bite to eat. We can come back later.
Well, I'm not sure that I can be so late. I really ought to get back.
Listen, Cinderella, tonight I'm fairy godmother. You don't have to be back in Frank's kitchen by midnight. In fact, you don't have to be back at all.
Oh, I do.
Oh, had a word with Frank where we left. Got your pass out for the night.
You mean Frank said...
He said he didn't mind. We can get a room here.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, come on. We're both old enough not to have to spend time messing about.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I know who I am, love. Who do you think you are?
Oh, not someone who can be bought by a dirty old man like you.
No, Frank Moore, your style. He's not much younger than me, you know. Didn't tell me you were his exclusive property.
I'm Mr. Tate's housekeeper, not his mistress, and I'm certainly not yours.
Keep your voice down. Well-respected man here. You're no but a jumped-up skivvy after my brass.
Oh, you disgust me, Mr. Bright. I've never felt so sick in all my life.
Hi. Thought you'd be asleep.
Just thinking,
What about?
what a mess I've made of things.
You were right, you know. I have been pussyfooting about.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe,
I didn't want to be direct with you because I didn't want to upset you. But now, well, I've been thinking about what you said today, about the accident.
Oh, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time.
Don't be so hard on yourself, love.
Kids are avoiding me. Your mum hates me. And you're trying, but... Oh, we're not even on the same wavelength half the time.
What about you, though? Are you trying, or are you determined everything should go wrong?
Do you think if I could make it right, I would?
I don't know. You're so set on punishing yourself. I mean, prison wasn't enough. You just want to ruin everything else as well.
Prison was irrelevant, Joe. I switched off. I survived. It didn't make me feel any worse about killing Pete. There's no punishment worse than the simple knowledge of what I did.
Yeah, and you've got to go through the rest of your life with that knowledge. But deliberately hurting yourself isn't helping anyone.
Why should I inflict it on you and the kids, then? You'd be much better off without me.
I'm a big girl, Jack, not a shy young virgin. I've dealt with far more threatening men than Arthur Bright.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you dealt with him pretty well, too.
The daft thing is, it wasn't him I was mad at, it was the Tates. Well, setting me up like that. That hurt. Don't think I'll ever forgive them. But more to the point, will they ever forgive me? The whole of Tate's future depends on Bright. If he didn't sign this contract, they'll go out of business.
Yeah, but surely they can't blame you if he doesn't sign.
Oh, they probably will. I was very rude to him.
So you've got to take all that rubbish from him just so as their business plans can go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused. I used to be happy in my job, but now...
Well, why don't you pack it in?
If only it was that easy, Jack.
Well, what about this job in Norfolk?
Oh, that's too late. I turned it down. No, I guess I've just got to face the music.
Have you never thought that marrying me was a mistake?
I've never been one for the easy life.
But we hardly knew each other.
Well, we knew enough. Then we've got another 30 or 40 years to get to know the rest.
Before the accident, Joe, there were times when we nearly didn't make it.
Yeah, we got through those bad times, though. And we'll get through this one.
I wish I had your strength.
Oh, come on, you're the strongest woman I know, including Ma. That's what first attracted me to you.
Can't you see it's just show? Put on a face and you can't see how shaky you are inside.
Well, then you need someone to be strong for you. Strong with you. I'll never let you go.
Oh, don't be silly.
You need my strength.
I know.
I think you're so busy hating yourself, you think everybody else hates you as well, but they don't.
Why don't they tell me then? Show me some affection.
Because, love, everything you say, everything you do drives them away. They think you don't want to know them. So give it a try, eh? Not for us, just for yourself. So you'll stay?
I wasn't ever going anywhere.